I've made my preparations, Rook. Will you help me restore Manfred to the world of the living?
I'll do whatever I can.
Thank you. We must go to the necropolis once you're ready.
Emmerich must seek help in the necropolis to reanimate his beloved assistant, Manfred.
Okay, Emmerich. How's this work?
We'll need assistance finding Manfred's wisp and drawing it back into his body. By pact and pledge, I seek an audience. By light and breath, let wisdom come. You've met these spirits before, but I've never properly introduced you. Rook, allow me to present two Necropolis Guardians, the keepsake of ages and far-sighted curio.
Hello.
Good to meet you. And watch your Volcarin again.
Yes, friends are always welcome to return to the necropolis.
Friends, my assistant, my ward, Manfred, sacrificed himself to save us.
We'd heard you'd abandoned Lichdom to bring him back. Your work, your dreams.
You paid the price. But it seems there are many flickers of curiosity in the Fade.
And only one you seek. Draw his wisp near. Speak.
Can I help?
Yes, please. Think of Manfred. Tell me something you felt about him. Concentrate.
I don't know if he loved him. Resilient. Never stopped trying. Wasn't resilient enough to survive getting hit by a big skeleton. I don't imagine my choice here matters. He was resilient.
I was always surprised Manfred survived what we dragged him through. I don't think it was just because he was all bones. I think that's just Manfred.
In the sea of the Fade, there are wakes left by our passing. Our desires, our fears. I leave this beacon for you, Manfred. Follow my voice. Return to me, please.
Okay.
Manfred?
It worked.
Ew? Okay. Oh my god, Manfred has magic. Manfred will burn our enemies alive. Ew, I don't want you to actually speak. Manfred's gonna have actual conversations now instead of just making grotesque noises.
Thanks for stitching that seam on my coat, Fred. It was coming loose. And nice new
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yes, we needed something to mark him as an apprentice.
Does he have a
around the
jacket
necropolis.
It's a good fit. See you around.
Yes.
Hello.
How you doing, Manfred?
He's excited for his training.
I don't want you
Manfred's
to actually
spellcraft
speak.
is coming along nicely, more or less. Some undead have the potential to cast magic. I believe his was unlocked by his journey through the Fade.
What was that like?
Ah,
You mean you don't know? We must work on that enunciation. Why don't you fetch the primer?
What's the future for a talking skeleton?
He is part of the Morn Watch.
I mean,
One
the
day,
moment he leaves the
may
Morn
choose
Watch,
his
he
own
walks into a
path.
city. He's getting friggin'
As he grows,
a
Manfred will
mob
better
is
learn
gonna
to take care of
immediately
himself.
beat him.
I won't worry so much when I pass on.
How do you feel about that last part?
I have moments of regret for what Lichdom might have been.
I don't like the idea of you becoming a lich, Emmerich.
But none would make me exchange this for anything.
Yeah, it's your fucking baby boy. One thing I don't like about what is it? Manfred and Asan is that they don't really appear when you're they don't appear at all when you're exploring. And I guess it makes sense. Fucking put that shit on. Put it on. Let me see. It's just completely blacked out. Ooh. I like it, but the top looks so bulky compared to his legs. So damn, why is it so low res? Is it my settings? Does it have something to do with like my shaders compiling? Because everything here is relatively high detail, but then the new armor that I put on it feels like the shader is just didn't. We just didn't compile. I don't fucking know. I don't know how optimization works in video games. Anyways, that was cool. I still stand by my thoughts that Emmerich's questline was the most consistently good, the most consistently entertaining out of all of them. Javern was fine, but his felt out of place because it feels like the Gloom Howler should have been a mainline thing, and it wasn't. So I'm curious if I don't finish that, how that affects the main quest, because I imagine it doesn't. I don't know, it doesn't really feel like this game and its like side content really intertwine with each other. That bothers me. Is that the lighting somehow?
Hey, Lara. You okay? You look sad.
Oh, sorry. I was thinking about my brother.
Yeah. Sometimes I see stuff that reminds me of my mother.
What do you do? When it hits you, I mean.
I don't know. I ask someone how they're doing. Then I'm thinking about them and not me.
Oh. I'm sorry, Tosh.
Nah. It's a good hurt. Mostly.
What the fuck is going on with these? Is it my settings? Why does that...
I was there, Lucanus. I saw it myself. From one professional to another, you did everything you could.
I missed the target.
You also pulled off the most
Why are we
incredible
hearing this again? I'm
acrobatic
pretty sure they've already
assassination
said
attempt
this.
I've ever seen.
Well, if you're going to kill, do it in style. Just remember the killing part.
Next time.
Did we? Okay, I'll have to look at that back in the recording. I'm pretty sure they've already said that before. So, what is going on with the reflections? Why does it look like that?
Rook stopped the Antam, took down their comic maker. She did your job for you. She's a hero.
Just a meddling busybody. One who stirred up the butcher's Antam.
I heard you talking shit.
I I can't believe you're defending them.
I am not defending anyone, Jacobus.
You're letting them be a part of this? My cousin died because the governor didn't stop the Antam from...
Jacobus.
No. I'm not going to stand around and listen to this. I'll see you later.
Well, now that that unpleasantness is dealt with, about your mysterious informant.
Whoever they are, they know the Antam and Treviso.
Your message made it sound like this informant also knows where the gods are staging their ritual.
Treviso does not need this troublemaker. This should be left to proper officials.
It very much concerns Rook. We have a contact who offers access to the Butcher and privileged information on the gods.
A chance to find your gods and to free the city. A prize for both our causes.
The contact, they aren't a crow. Can we trust them?
It isn't a crow, but they know the city and the Antam.
How do you know it's for real?
They gave us patrol patterns. Dreadnought arrivals. Their information is real.
And you didn't share this with me?
The bookkeepers can bookkeep when the meeting is done.
When and where do we meet?
They'll be in the market.
And they ask for me, not you or Viago.
You helped this city, and you're helping all of Thedas. You've earned respect.
We just don't know from whom.
No idea who the contact is.
There's really no clue who it is?
They're foolish enough to think crows are reliable. That's a clue about their worth.
They promise help.
I am.
So
If
do
I had a
you,
gun,
when you're
I'd
not
shoot
killing
you.
each other. Treviso deserves better.
It's getting the best.
That has yet to be proven.
You're fucking proving nothing right now.
What about the human help that Antam was getting? You have any leads on that?
We continue what you started. The other Talons are turning over every stone.
You trust them? Not even your first Talon is safe from your infighting.
We are all Antivan crows.
And yet those of us sworn to Treviso are beneath you.
Hypothetically, what if I'm walking into an ambush?
I would prepare for one.
Not everything is an adder in the wardrobe.
I said to prepare. I didn't say not to go.
I'll talk with this mystery contact.
And the rest of us will hope not to get caught in your crossfire again.
We fight for everyone. And the chance to strike at the gods and the Antam? It's worth the risk. Good luck, Rook. See what this mysterious informant can give us.
Is the crossfire he's talking about them getting
The meeting is in
attacked
the
by a
market.
dragon?
They implied you can't miss them.
Because that was gonna
Try
happen
not to damage
regardless.
anything.
Unless we're still, like, working under the assumption that this whole thing wouldn't have happened without Rook meddling with Solus. Which, I guess, I don't know.
Okay. Viago and Taya said our informant is somewhere in the market. Let's find them. I just hope their supposed information about the god's location is actually true.
A message from the crows leads to the team uncovering a secret that's been poisoning Treviso.
Rook, I presume.
The Butcher!
Why am I
There's no
smiling
need for
up at him?
that. Treviso is the trap, not this meeting. Please. So tense. I
This
promise
voice compared
I'll
to the
see you when
Dragon
it's time
King
to
is so
fight.
much better.
Strange way to ambush someone.
I don't have to ambush anyone. You think I couldn't just march on the crows? Scattered on town flock to me. I have the soldiers to raise your casino and every inch of this city.
But I'll bet there's no profit in actually winning.
There's money being made by the occupation, but not by me. I said Treviso was the trap, and I meant it. The jewel of Antiva. She sings even while caged. Such purity in every stone. It's trapped my heart. I love this city.
I'm just quickly searching up this guy's voice because he sounds so familiar. To be fair, it is kind of just basic, deep voice, but still, do I know him from anything? He's Mundo? Doesn't seem like I know him from anything, unless it's like some additional voice that I recognize that he's not credited for. Armin Taylor, his voice doesn't, his name doesn't sound familiar, but his voice does, but it is kind of, I guess, generic, deep voice. Right. Such purity in every stone, it's trapped in my heart. I love this city. Then why hurt it?
You have a strange way of showing your affection.
I conquered it. I didn't betray it. Not like the cattle born here. You know there are traitors here. They ransom their own city. Literal gods stalk the land, but these filth worship their own purses. But you're different. You and the crows stay true to your roles. It means something when you die, and even more when you kill. You're as much a work of art as this city. And you want a secret from me.
I guess the reason why it sounds familiar is this is kind of what, what's his name? What's fucking Joel? Whatever the fucking, that guy's fucking name, that's in everything. I also voices freaking Indiana Jones now. What's his fucking name? Whatever. It's kind of the same voice that he does. I think, like, I don't know what the character's name is, but, that one character, Naruto. Same kind of voice. And you want a secret from me. Okay? Are you allied with the gods? Help me protect Treviso. You arrange this meeting doesn't really do anything. Help me protect Treviso. If I say that and he agrees, he'll protect it in his own way, which is probably just further conquering it. Are you allied with the gods?
You're not an end-of-the-world type. Are you with the gods or not?
The gods, they give strength. But all they ask in return is everything. I can feel their corruption. I can hear their whispers. They're calling for a ritual. If I give in, I'll know where you need to go. But I will lose my jewel. My city. So, you live in a casino.
The way fucking Rook is looking at him. He's like, ooh?
Welcome their whispers. Meet me and show me if the crows deserve my city.
The way freaking Rook like pursed her lips.
The Butcher was our contact, and he's letting himself fall to the flight. Finish them off. We need to go after the Butcher.
I mean, he said he was doing it for a reason, right? He's
saving Treviso. That's what's happening.
By turning himself into a monster.
Okay, wait, so it's to prove that we're worthy, but I think what I gathered from it, it's also to... The fuck is going on with the hair's lighting? It's to prove we can save it, but also to show where we need to go, because there's like a meeting or some shit, no? Did I misunderstand that? I was kind of too overly intrigued by that guy's performance.
Everyone's acting like normal, like the butcher hasn't gone nuts.
Who would believe it?
Safer to keep your head down, I guess.
I mean, also, would they have any... Okay. Okay. No one's gonna react to this fucking guy.
I see what you need. Prove you deserve it.
The god's not my mind.
He's changing.
His voice was shifted even more before. Oops. I didn't mean to give you money.
Acting you to the traitors who gave you to me.
Wow, the lag. Why am I lagging? Probably just loaded in the area. Ew.
There's the butcher.
That was...
He's a reaver and fighting his own Antom.
I very much doubt that whatever he's become can tell us the god's plans.
We have to hope he's still in there.
Ready when you are.
Yeah, well, I guess I was wrong about some meeting.
I see you, Rook, and I see the ritual. Mount me, fight me.
Oops, I tried it on.
This is the power the gods give.
Butcher! Where is the ritual?
Final ritual. Use endure. I see Tearstone Island. The ritual. Tearstone Island.
He's gone. And he named the ritual site.
Huh? Did I kill him or did he run?
The butcher kept his promise to us in the end.
Okay. Is he dead? I guess he's dead. Okay.
If I could have killed him without giving him what he wanted, I would have. Least he gave us what we came for, though.
Yes, truly the butcher was a paragon of honor and virtue, and we are
Okay,
all
who the fuck are you,
devastated
Bob,
to see
motherfucker?
him go.
Eventually.
And now you have a location for your final pointless confrontation. The gods are at Tearstone Island. Isn't that what you wanted? A chance to die a hero's death? So go. Leave Treviso to those who deserve it.
The butcher did warn us about a traitor. Didn't get a chance to name them, though. Thanks for confirming that for us, Evenchi.
Given how much that man talked, I'm shocked he actually kept his mouth shut.
You sold Treviso out to the Antom.
I did what was best for Treviso. Who else would have done what was necessary? That troop of fools in the casino? They would have provoked the Antom to slaughter, the kind they carried out in every other Antivan city they crossed. I gave them the crows, so they would not take the rest of the city. I gave them an inch, so they would not take a mile.
Oh, the Antom took their mile. And anything else they damned well pleased. And they'll keep doing it, because you'll keep letting them. You didn't prevent a slaughter. You just postponed it.
If you hadn't killed the butcher...
Someone else would have. He decided he wasn't their pawn anymore. The gods would have killed him. And then you would be ruled by someone much, much worse.
You should have been a politician, Rook. Instead of, well, whatever it is you are besides an annoyance. But this city is mine. We need a real leader. You know who else wants a leader? The Antom. And if someone plays the role they want, they are very accepting. They also understand that bringing order to Treviso requires the purging of disruptive elements that cause nothing but chaos. So go to Tearstone Island, have your little showdown with the gods, fight your pointless battle, and leave the city to me.
I mean, like, I obviously saw that coming.
It makes sense now. Every decision they made shows it.
The other officials, of course, know nothing.
Of course. I'm surprised they even remember the governor's name.
I take it you heard? The Butcher's dead.
And in his place is the traitor we knew was lurking.
How did word
And
reach
the
you guys
outcome fell in
before
line?
I did? I was the
Eventually,
first one to
apparently playing
know.
the role they want.
The governor has given them a clear purpose. They were more cunning than I thought.
I like.
Something always bothered me about Avenchi.
Yeah, something about his
Many
bald
things
goddamn
bothered
head.
me about Evenchi. Yet I did not spot the most important one.
This wasn't a failure. You gave us the name we needed.
The hand that leashed Treviso. The Butcher was the mouth, but the hand was Evenchi all along. They think they have the power in the Antam, and a network doing their will.
But we have the face of our enemy.
Evenchi will be hiding, so we will hound their Antam and make them desperate.
When the governors show themselves again, we end this.
I mean, surely killing him doesn't end whatever this is.
Evenchi keeps talking about restoring order and rebuilding Treviso. But what then?
I believe the good governor's plan was to risk the city to try and claim the nation. If the Antam beheaded the crows, who would merchant princes hire? Who would invaders fear?
As if the Antam would
Surely
fill that role.
invaders
This was a
don't really
bookkeeper's anger
fear the
grab at
crows. Like, they're an unofficial army, basically. But they're not necessarily known for being warriors or... What was that? What the hell was that? Okay, well, okay, so they're not known for being warriors or magicians. They're just guys with knives. They're just skilled assassins, but surely assassins against any typical army isn't that effective. Like, again, I think the only reason why we're allied with the crows is specifically for Lucanus.
When Evenchi left, they made it sound like they were planning something.
I suspect it will be about restoring order as they see it, and that the crows will be first on their list.
Whatever the good governor's intent, we'll end it.
Feels like this band of assassins is not doing a lot of assassinating.
You're not concerned the gods will send the Antam more support?
The gods might come for us, but they're coming for everyone. I believe you are crafting the answer to that, and we will help as we can.
We'll stop Evenchi.
The gods. Did you learn where they will be?
Tearstone Island. Evenchi confirmed it before they left.
We know the time to face Elgarnon and Gillenane approaches, but it will not take us long to find Evenchi.
You have been our ally through all this. It would be an honor to have your help against the governor again.
We'll let you know when we'll make our move. And after that, Treviso will be free.
Okay. The blight-corrupted Butcher revealed Tearstone Island as the location of the god's next ritual. He is dead, but Governor Evenchi declared themselves to be the one who betrayed Treviso to the Antam. Now Evenchi controls the Antam, and the crows must fight harder than ever to dispose the corrupt governor. I mean, surely, like, revealing this information to the rest of the government will completely fuck him over, no? I feel like I would. And now I'm level 50. Was there any real point in me, like, designing my Inquisitor besides, like, having some semblance of continuity? Because I feel like it was a bit of a waste of time, no? I would have been fine if they just made it so I just choose the race and background and whatever the hell of my Inquisitor, but they made me waste my time customizing him. A request to return to the Cobbled Swan leads to learning more about Solus's relationship with the Inquisition.
These meetings can't be good for business. I'm here, Inquisitor. It isn't just Inquisitor, is it? You were someone before that.
I'm a Trevelyan. Feels like someone I haven't seen for a long time. Morrigan is holding a perimeter. We're alone. Tell me what Solus did at Elganon's ritual.
Sounds like you already know.
I need to hear it from you.
I want to just say Solus saved us.
Elganon raised his archdemon. Solus got us out of there. We saved a lot of people.
You sound grateful.
Why not? He really did help.
It seems so. He's always thinking about where it ends. How many of his names do you know? God of Lies, Dreadwolf, Fen'Harel? They're titles he earned from enemies, followers, and fractured history. I once called him by another name. Friend.
Some friend.
Do you always agree with your friends?
We're pretty aligned on whether or not to destroy the world, if that's what you mean.
I will never excuse what he's done. He's killed people I held dear. You know this too.
But...
he became those names when he fought gods. And regret for his world turned into destroying ours. Sound familiar?
Solus earned his prison. And the gods have earned what's coming to them too.
I'm just saying focus on tomorrow. They're the ones looking backward.
Simple as one of Varric's morals. Don't become what you hate.
Or trapped by what we've lost. Also one of his. Tell me about the team you've built.
Are they a concern, or...?
You're handling things. This part, what you have now. I just miss the banter about friends.
Let me hear it. I want to hear this. Don't do this to me. Stop. Is that it? Is that the entire fucking mission? What is even the point, man?
And talk about what's next.
Was the voice for the freaking Inquisitor paid like $2? Like, why do they refuse to let them speak for an extended period of time? What the hell? What's the mission? What do you guys want?
The crows have harried the Antam, and Evenchi is revealed. But I did not think this is what they planned.
It is bold, and it will doom us all.
Rook, good. We have discovered what Evenchi is planning for Treviso. When you fought the Kamek Master in the garrison, you mentioned a note you found that said some Kamek had gone missing.
We are gonna blow up the chantry.
Evenchi.
The governor intends to release it all around the city to pacify violent seditionists.
They called us reckless, and now... now Evenchi will ruin the minds of thousands in this city to have their peace and order.
Who is Evenchi planning to poison with the Kamek? Aside from the crows?
People who have spoken up too loudly.
Oh, the Kamek is
the
poison, not explosives.
Anyone too friendly with the crows. I doubt
I
Evenchi
think.
is familiar with poisons.
Okay, I guess.
I guarantee the Kamek will spread to the rest of the city as well.
Destroying your own people's minds. How could Evenchi do this?
By
Clearly with
themselves
Kamek,
there
are
is
you not
nothing else to be
listening,
done.
Rook?
They will trot out some excuse to give to the worst of the politicians and the merchant princes.
You say that as if those were different people.
It is finally time to strike. Go to the garrison and prevent Evenchi from releasing the Kamek.
Once you are there, Thea and I will lead the crows against the rest of Evenchi's forces in the city.
Understood.
One more thing. Jacobo stormed off earlier, angry at Evenchi. We have not seen him in some time.
Look out for him, would you?
Of course. We'll head to the garrison.
This better give me enough
Some of the merchant families have fled.
reputation.
They got wind of Evenchi's comic and suddenly worry they are not on
Rid
good terms with
Treviso
the
of
governor.
Evenchi.
I am only surprised they stayed in the city so long. I heard the butcher.
There's the garrison.
You were making coffee at 4 in the morning yesterday.
I like coffee.
Is now the time.
4 in the morning?
That still counts as morning.
I'm not complaining. It was nice to find it in the kitchen and not have to make my own.
I'm always happy to get you a refill.
You'll make a girl feel spoiled.
I regret bringing you two along.
Onto the garrison and the governor. We clear the garrison this time. Eventually's got to know there's no way out for a traitor.
Surely it must be clear. Like this is the third time I've been here.
The butcher was weak.
The Anton aren't gonna make this easy.
Well, look at that.
Jacobus?
Me and my friends are sick of doing nothing. Eventually's got their comic past the courtyard, but they've locked the gates. We'll break into the garrison and get them open.
Be careful. The Anton.
We'll stay hidden. Good luck.
Is there gonna be any loot here? Because I know there's 3 chests that I haven't looted. And I don't know if any of it is missable.
Okay, now for Evenchi.
I know you're there, Rook. I'm ready for you. Come face the ruler Treviso deserves.
Is this really the final confrontation? Friggin' I kill a bunch of guys in front of a gate. Eventually opens the gate and then what, I kill him? The fuck is this? When did he plan to when did he learn to do this?
Something's wrong. Something in the air.
I turned into Mysterio.
Wait! Are these Anton real?
I see the comic is working.
Currently, I am like just completely butchering reactors. These aren't even on now.
Save a little for the rest of us.
End it now. You're a fool to fight me. Why don't you die? Why don't you give up?
He's just dead?
Wait every measure.
Okay, well, you didn't account for me just absolutely obliterating you.
Rook fought you like a crow.
You didn't even do anything,
Taya,
Jacobus.
Iago, Jacobus. They all took more responsibility as Trevisans than you did.
I lost so many people to the Antam. My family, my cousin. By right, his contract against the governor is mine.
Okay.
And I say Evenchi doesn't deserve to die. They deserve to live.
What?
On trial. Paraded in public. Everyone will know who hurt Treviso, and you'll suffer for every minute of it.
You can't do this. You can't let this brat decide what happens to me.
Considering your other options, I'd take it if I were you.
I'll be dragged to the streets, imprisoned. You can't put me on trial. I'm still governor of this city.
Not after the crows go to the merchants and the king about the comic.
The message about Treviso and the future of the crows has already been sent. Your contract is due, Evenchi. The crows rule Antiva, and Treviso will be free.
Why am I making that face? Even sure that Evenchi will pay for their crimes and Treviso will be free. So I'm assuming if Jacobus wasn't here, what would I have just killed Evenchi? I assume there's gonna be no loot here. Anyways, this feels very fucking lazy. That's it? I just go back? You could have done the done me a favor by just teleporting me back.
You are certain of this path?
I've never been more certain.
I know that.
And you're sure of this course?
Did they just switch places?
You already asked him that.
Iago, dear, can't you see that I'm stalling?
Ah, you are waiting for Rook's interruption.
No, her audience.
Am I that predictable?
You are reliable. I might say, essential.
It was an honor to defend Treviso with the crows.
To the business of the day, then.
Jacobus, are you ready?
I'm ready, Fifth Talon.
What's going on?
We accept Jacobus's right to the contract on Evenchi, and his decision to spare the governor.
It sent a stronger message than killing them. Their crimes will be aired, their reputation blackened.
And during these punishments, the former governor will live with the fear we may still one day end them. For his help, and proving he has sound judgment, Jacobus is becoming a full Antivan crow.
I'm not sure if anything like has happened with the crows within the novels and in between now and when they were basically introduced in Origins. When did they become like a fucking vigilante organization? Because this kind of rings hollow when you consider that after this, the Antivan crows are just gonna go back to like murdering relatively innocent people for money. And then obviously some of these contracts are gonna be the murder of like not so innocent people. But like if their entire organization, their entire like doctrine is we just assassinate people for money, like it's not like the Assassin's Creed where we have a history of being on the right side, of being for the people. I don't think the Antivan crows aren't really for the people. The fucking Severin was a child slave who was bought for like 5 sovereigns. Surely not much has changed with the crows since Origins, right? Like, am I just wrong? Did something happen in between now and then? So it's like, sure, I get that they're fighting for justice here by like making sure the governor pays for betraying Treviso. But then, like, what, fucking next year, they're just gonna go back to buying child slaves to turn into assassins. Taking contracts to kill people because the contractor gave enough money. Like, okay, whatever.
I'm not here as a first official kill or something, am I?
Nothing in Air's lessons about that. You're here because I'm following your example. I only got this because you went out to face Vinci, Rook. I couldn't have done it alone.
You didn't
I
do
wanna find
anything.
Others like me. Orphans. People with no more homes under a
Did
new
you
house
do
name.
anything?
Neri suggested Igrativi. It's old Trevisan, sort of a grateful life.
I'm honored, Jacobus Igrativi. You and your new house will do great things as crows.
The fifth Talon agrees.
As does the seventh. Rook, all
How many
of
fucking
Treviso is in
talons
your
are
debt.
there?
For what you did out there, and for the future you have inspired.
You have power.
I'm assuming those
enemies.
shares in the back
When
aren't
you
for the
decide it's
talons,
time
because
to
there's
put them in
definitely
their
not
place,
7.
We'll be there. And Rook, you'd have made a damn fine crow. Remember that.
You're talking to me like you're some benevolent, like, bastions of fucking justice or whatever. You're assassins. The team defeated Vinci, who will be jailed as they await a trial that will reveal their betrayal and attempt to use Kamek on Treviso. Meanwhile, the crows welcome a new dawn by making Jacobus a full-fledged Antivan crow. Now going by Jacobus Igrativi, his new house will gather those who have lost family to the occupation and help forge a future for all Trevisans. So, I think I can end this off on this meeting.
Tearstone Island. That's where Elganon and Gillenane will perform their ritual.
With an eclipse, those two can finish their dagger, then tear open the Fade. After that, we've witnessed the horrors Gillenane creates with even a trickle of the Blight. What happens with a flood?
Next eclipse is a month away. That's not a lot of time.
Getting past the Antam Navy won't be easy. They'll be on high alert.
We'd need our own fleet to get past them, which we don't have.
A dozen ships, a dozen fleets. Would that really change the odds against Elganon and Gillenane? By all rights, we should already be counted out of this fight. But look at us. We've made it this far. No one quits.
Damn right, kid.
A single boat can sneak past a blockade. We just need to find something that floats.
The Antam fleet may not spot us, but the gods see much farther.
Worse, they know about us specifically. They'll be waiting.
The gods can see further than anyone, but they can't see everything at once.
Sounds like you have a plan.
Harding, reach out to our allies. Wardens, veil jumpers, all of them. Tell them to be ready to start swinging. We start enough fires, make some noise, and the gods will look everywhere for us, except at their front door.
You've helped our allies, Rook. They're ready to return the favor.
Well, I
That
didn't
takes care of
help
the
the
approach.
Shadow Dragons.
But what about when we get there? We'll have 2 gods waiting. Who knows how many Antam? We'll need to be at our best. Question is, we there yet?
We are ready as we'll ever be.
I'll send off messages to our allies.
Is this
They'll
the
be
end?
ready.
Would Morrigan help? Or could Morrigan help?
The world's ending. That's when Morrigan does her best work.
Great. Tell Morrigan the plan. See if the Inquisitor's willing to help us. I know he's busy leading the fight in the south, but he knows this blight won't end until the gods are dead.
This may be a bad idea, but I'm gonna look at the main quest list just so I know how close or far I am from finishing the game. Because I do still want to finish the Shadow Dragon stuff. And the Revenant, that's like the last two things I need to do. But it feels like we're coming up to the end here. Like, this game hasn't had like a clear-cut Act 1, 2, and 3. Not like Dragon Age 2, where you have deliberate, distinct narrative parts by Varric and Cassandra. Okay, I think I'll just see after this because...
I hear that we're ready as we'll ever be, but we can always be more prepared.
Why are you guys
Weeks
disapproving?
until
The
the
fuck?
next eclipse gives us time. Let's use it wisely.
Agreed.
Get some rest. Then we'll take care of outstanding business.
The price of the past. Let me just check. There's a... Doesn't seem like she has a quest.
Venatori had the narrow road. Now they think twice before walking that way.
And your neighbors? What's the price of that protection?
You think I'd charge our dear friends? The people who spread rumors about how Threads made Aelia disappear.
Rebuilding the Thread's reputation for free?
For the few of us left. Now the Venatori who thought he found a legitimate charm supplier, he gets counterfeit goods. Triple cost.
What happens when the Venatori are gone? Will you remain so charitable?
Have you been to Minrathous lately? No point guessing it tomorrow. Anyway, Nev, I'm out of news. But the Threads are yours. You need something? Say the word.
Thanks, Alec. Remember, if you cross our neighbors...
You can drown me in the Nosen Sea. Rook, it's been a pleasure. You've got a good setup here. Enjoy life in the Fade.
Life in the Fade? Huh. We've been at the Lighthouse a while now.
We have, but it still feels strange. Like we're stuck in a dream.
So it's not just me. You know, this is my only address now. I still had an apartment back home. Rent paid up and everything. It got torched. In the dragon attack.
Nev.
Everything I have is here in this room. One false step from drifting into the Fade.
It's been hard, but you've made it this far.
What's another step or two? I never expect things to go to plan, but I usually have one anyway. Or 7. And a half-dozen backup plans, just in case.
And now?
Everything's changed. I've changed. If I survive the job, I'll be starting over, in a way. Maybe that should scare me. But I think I need it. I usually hate unanswered questions, but this one... I'll let myself figure out once I get there.
There we go. Okay. And was that enough? No, it wasn't. I should be able to sell some stuff. This one doesn't actually look bad, but I do still prefer this. I do actually still prefer this, but it doesn't look bad. Oh, so... Wait, no, that's finished. Price of the past. Okay, that's the act. When plans align... Okay, when plans align, so... Oh, okay. It says... Okay, it says it right there. Starting this quest will lead to the end of the main story. So... I'm gonna do some walking around just to make sure that this place updates, just in case there's any quests that I may have missed. So the end is closer than I thought. Thought it was gonna take way longer.
So, compared to what wardens usually eat, how's the food here?
It's warm. That's a start. Wardens usually eat cold gruel.
Yuck. What is gruel, anyway?
There's the eternal question. We never did get an answer.
Probably for the best.
Rook, have a moment?
What is it?
Maybe.
You were there to witness my new deal with Spite. You should come with us to see it paid in full, when you're ready.
Spend time with Lucanus. Alright. Let me just go sell some stuff.
Nev, in the fade with Rook and Spite, you were there. I mean, not you, but you know what I mean. You helped Rook. Sort of.
Sort of? Well, isn't that flattering? At least I'm on your mind.
You are. And not just then.
Oh. Well, then.
I think I'll just, for the sake of my sanity, I'll just shove everything into this one quest. Or in this one video. Or not. I don't know. Maybe I'll split it up. This video is getting kind of long. Lucanus and Spite celebrate their alliance.
Do you think they're wondering why you ordered a drink for the empty chair?
If they are, they won't tell anyone. The crows own this cafe.
Smells like Lucanus.
Just try it.
So, are you two okay now? Since you gave Ilario another chance, I mean.
That wasn't our deal. We said we'd save Katarina, and we did. Even I believe we did. So there's peace, for the moment at least.
Are the other Talons okay with the whole abomination thing?
Probably not, but they prefer me to Ilaria or the Venatori. I suppose the crows have had worse first Talons.
How is your grandmother doing?
You've met her. She was hewn out of Dragonbone. She's pretending not to be upset by Ilario's betrayal and my possession. Which means she's making everyone else as miserable as possible. Except Dea. She likes Dea.
It must feel good to just relax with a cup of coffee and not worry about everything.
I'm not sure Spite's enjoying it, but yes.
What is it?
What does that mean, exactly?
He doesn't eat, but a promise is a promise. I don't know what I thought it would be like, getting out of the ossuary, getting my life back.
You mean you didn't spend all that time dreaming about having coffee with your inner demon?
I did dream of coffee. If this is my life now, I'll take it.
Feels like the talking parts of these quests are the better parts. The actual gameplay,
This cafe is amazing.
the level,
for a city under
and,
occupation.
like quest design has been very lacking.
Too many poison cups.
And I guess I'll record this fight. I might as well. It's the very last thing. I don't even remember what level was I when I first tried to fight it. The Formless One.
The demon in an undead dragon.
The fight won't be pretty.
I just run.
Ready if you are.
On the jump.
A door safely locked for ages, and how swiftly you came to plunder.
Say the word.
I got set up for the rest.
Can I stand here? Do I just hit it?
Get down.
Eyes open.
Okay.
How's your chance?
Once I leave this place, I will let all the unworthy kingdoms that try to chain me.
Look at that.
Ow. I'm actually gonna die. I don't even know what hit me.
Of course.
Finale moves your
How's happening? Turn around. Oh.
got us at a distance.
That should speed things up.
I guess I should just ignore these things because it looks like they just keep
For the
respawning.
rest of us, Rook.
Okay. No! 1,000 years until I return! No! Okay. It's not that serious. The team unsealed the forgotten chamber of the necropolis to destroy an evil spirit, only to discover the demon within had possessed a high dragon's corpse. It was a fierce fight to put the undead monstrosity to rest, but the demon was banished to the fade for ages to come.
Spite did not like fighting that. Let's not stay long.
Ah! What the hell is that?
You return. We are content.
Why are you here? What do you want?
Not now. Not yet.
I don't remember what this is.
We will show you soon.
This just gets weirder every time.
I don't know what the hell that was. I want to read that. I don't know where that would have gone. Okay. A second circle. We found it. A complete circle. It wasn't in Arlathan. It was in the Deep Roads, of all places. Someone heard what sounded like holla coming from a fissure. Terran and I, as the Keeper's second and first, were asked to take a look and see if any of our animals had gone missing. We went down into the Deep Roads and followed the sound. Could tell by the echoes that they were some ways in, so we got ready for a journey. Eventually, we found them in a chamber further in, just as we'd expected. It was dark. I mean, it's dark nearly everywhere in the Deep Roads, but even the light spell that Terran had cast started to sputter out when we entered the room. The air felt greasy, almost like we were pushing through it. But we made it to where the Hollow were cowering, and I saw it. A complete circle. I took it. It was strangely cold to the touch. Even now, next to the fire, it stays cold. And there's a marking. White lines and black triangles. I wonder what it all means. I may have to remind myself because I don't know if we've seen that before. I assume we have. Long crumbled note. I'm sick of these rumors of malign spirits. The dragon slain by Lady Tenhazan will be taken to the taxidermy theater in the Shrouded Halls. What entity has the skill to crack our wards, never mind to possess a high dragon's corpse? Besides, if we don't begin now, the job will take twice as long. Let's hope the good lady bled her catch. And what is this? I feel that the lack of New Game Plus makes me collecting all of these as a mage useless. Like, I'm kind of just collecting it out of collectibles' sake, not really. It doesn't help me in later playthroughs. Yeah, I can't even give it to companions. I can't sell it. There's no real reason to have anything. Missive from the Formless One. May your eyes rot, may your heart burst, may you live 1,000 years so I might kill you when I am let out into your world again. On that day, I shall be formless no longer. He sent me a letter? Okay. I don't know how. We have a chat with Emmerich. Emmerich and Pal. Or
He's
just
courageous,
okay.
and I do enjoy his stories. I didn't expect it, but Strife and I are getting along quite well. But where to go with him?
Nev always wants to visit this fish fry stand in Minrathus.
Ah, youth would make even that a romantic evening.
It was. I hope. Sorry, Emmerich. Rook might be better at this.
Rook, quickly, Strife will be here soon. Does wandering Arlathan's groves or exploring its caves, filled with lightning insects, seem more romantic?
The groves. With Strife?
How long have you and Strife been seeing each other?
Not
How
for
the
long.
hell did you manage
He
to
inquired about my
freaking...
corpse whispering, then presented me with
When
the
did you find the
most
time to talk to
exquisite
Strife?
jeweled skull. One thing led to another.
That's some present.
Wasn't it?
If you and Strife are just out for fun, I'm sure any place is good.
You know Strife's work, Rook. Constantly exploring, sometimes hunted, often alone. Whether or not he knows it, a man like that needs romance.
And you're gonna give it to him?
Oh, eventually.
I mean, the Groves is... I mean, that makes the most sense, but also Strife probably already... I don't know, fucking... Just the Groves, man. I don't know what the hell you mean exploring a cave. Why?
If you want romantic, you can't beat a beautiful forest.
Very true. Perhaps serenity would be just the thing.
All set. Where are we heading, Emmerich?
After some consideration, let's jaunt over to the Groves.
A jaunt in Arlington. Not exactly what veil jumpers would call it. Though there are some flowers you might like.
Ah, I'll find some sample vials. Until later.
That's what I like about your friend, Rook. For a city mage, he's not afraid to play in the mud.
Should I wait up?
Don't bother. It's not a real outing if we don't come back till sunrise.
Okay, doesn't seem like there's any more quests. So it looks like I can just move on to Act 3, which seems like it's probably going to be a couple of videos, but not as long as I thought it would be. Especially now since I've done all the side quests. And I think I've done all the missable achievements, unless the other achievements are like alternate endings. Okay. It's a long time coming. And that's the very last one.